We live? We live. What's up, fam? It's Leonmarvel here. Why, Gamora? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, Gamora. You know, I'm going to tell you why this is the way it is, the meta. So, more meta talk, guys. Yay! Because I had a post that was rebutted. I mean, I'm sure you're supposed to ignore trolls, but I can't. Because there's some reason for you having to listen to them in some degree. They just may not know. So as you can see, I am ranked 342. I did drop a little bit because I was close to the top 100. And hey, maybe I might climb a little higher today. So I'm going to debunk a couple things. One for me and one for the meta. So let's look at all our replays here. I was told that red has a really high representation. I want to just show you my what I think. It's mostly random, you know. I can't particularly tell you. I got 2 Dante Quicksilvers and 3 of them in a row. Good lord, they were 3 different people, mind you. On a fight against inner demons, really? I'm just reviewing these like, really? So then some X's and you know, whatever. But I will say, look at my losses. Let's look at that. So Rathalos Blazing Wall. The Rathalos Blazing Wall deck is actually pretty legit. I think this particular one was tough. I'll look at this one real quick. I think he cleaned the floor with me, and I just let him just have it because I was just like stunned. If this is that match, it was pretty ruthless. I think I had a pretty decent start. Again, you got your opening hand here. That's pretty good for the second qualification of this card. So, wait a minute. Human creature? No, I wouldn't get it. That's right. So those two don't have very good synergy. But, you know, I had it just in case because I figured I would get another card. Then immediately seal her up because she's a pain in the ass. And yeah, I think this is where it got out of control. That card right there is pretty crazy. Red has the one good green-like card that it can do if you have a... Yeah, that card's good too. 8 damage. Oof, that hurts. And then he gets that hero art pretty quickly. And yeah, it was nothing I can do. I try to heal under. That's a strategy. Maybe I'll talk about the strategies that I use sometimes. Good lord, a 416. That's just crazy. And I'm just going to try to get rid of him, but I can't. Too powerful. Too strong for the naked eye. I mean, I try to... Ouch. And it's a pierce. Good lord. It's just unreal. Like, this deck was pretty legit. And I was like, wow. Yeah, this was the one. I was like, man, maybe I should rock red. What did I do there? That was crazy. I tried it. I think I tried to challenge the Admiral to no avail. Yeah, so even Hodor can't defend against something like that. I mean, red has to really bombard green in order to win. Otherwise, green can really bully red pretty bad. So yeah, Snake isn't the answer for everything. And then we got Kokosho Chung-Li, which is probably going to be a Faith base. Faith is still pretty strong. I think Faith stays around 2 more expansions. So, and then of course Met's Shoryuken is pretty ridiculous. But it's not, I would say 50-50. I get a 50-50 chance with Mets because I can seal. So as long as I can get my seals off, I'm pretty solid. So that's that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play a match. So my last match was against a Shield Spire Phalanx, which the interesting thing about that is that I would say every 4 or 5 games, the matchmaking will say, well, you're pretty high up. Let me just give you somebody pretty ridiculous. Don't watch that. It was ridiculous. This game is very easy to win. Because Hodor is really good against these lower level decks, unless somebody's really like hungry and playing a higher level deck at a lower level rank. As you can see, I missed it my own self, the exact number, but he was all the way down there like A5 or something like that. So I'm not gonna play this one. I mopped the floor with him. No fair to him because I was playing a totally meta deck. But what my thing is, I'm thinking that my next match is going to be against my rival. So what are my rival decks? So if anyone wants to see this deck, because I have seen people play this deck in 200s and 300s. So kudos to you for playing Hodor deck. So yeah, hope you didn't rename it. Keep it the name, man. Keep the Hodor thing going strong, and hopefully I'll run into you in the top ranks again. But yeah, this deck only has 2 extreme weakness. Like you cannot beat this deck, and that is unless you have a really good rotation. So I can beat Akuma. So Akuma is my my one weakness, and then the other. Why can't I edit? The other. So this is the deck that's my weakness. It's the Raging Demon. And then I need visuals, guys, so that's why. And then Breakaway. Breakaway and Raging Demon are my only hard counters to this deck. Everyone else I can beat. And quick review: Shinko Hadouken, I have shields. Denjin Renki, I have seals. I mean, Denjin Renki is no longer meta, but you know, shields, whatever. Master Shoryuken shields. I mean seals. Sorry. Dive Attack. Just get health, HP. Wrath Awoken, not meta, but I have anti-air units. Blazing Wall, I have Seal, and I can revert as well as just out tank it because it's only 2 HP. So that's pretty good. Against Heart Tank, I have shields, and I can do the same thing that it can do. Charge Shot, seals. Gaia Armor, seals. We got shield, we can seal or just out HP her. Then we've got this girl, which is seals. Yeah, you see a pattern going on here. Yawn, seal, or out HP. Then we have Halt. So interesting for Halt, seal your own units. So that's where it's an AP 23. That's the weakness of this deck. So you can see it coming a long ways, and it's very telegraphed. You can do something about that. So if you can seal your own units, they won't be halted anymore. So I've actually had that wasted, and you know, whatever she's trying to do, unless she has that one Ascension unit that can halt, she basically has to wait her turn, and then it's probably not going to be everybody on the field. So that's how you beat her. You can, or you can just outnumber her with units. So even if she destroys all units on the field, you know, you can out HP her, or you can basically heal. You can resurrect your cards back from the grave, basically, to just outnumber her by units. So that's another strategy. But usually you can out HP her because there's very little builds that deal with rebuilding her HP. That's what Shadow Blade is for. I do have a little bit of trouble with Shadow Blade, no lie. If it's the right build and the right rotation, but not too much. This is the only equal, I would say. I'm basically equal to Shadow Blade because of the life gain and also the damage. It's like a 2-in-1, and we'll talk about 2-in-1s maybe another time. But yeah, why Gamora? Alright. Quicksilver. Yeah, it just has to be a really good Quicksilver player, and that's not very often I find them, and you may get that one, but I don't have too much to worry about Quicksilver. Ebony and Ivory, Ebony and Ivory, I don't think anybody has any problem with that deck, except for this poor guy. Between him and Plunder Blade is the weakest hero arts in the game. And then of course Devil Trigger, that's not meta right now. Dark Destruction, I have a decent time, but I have some high cost units I can buff up and make him waste his cards on. I'll just keep pulling. Basically, when he tries to destroy a card, I have a save a hold card to basically pull him back to my EX pocket, and then, you know, if he tries to destroy that, then that's 2 of his cards that's gone, and the next one I put down is basically safe. So I can play my high level cards and just keep buffing them, and that's how you can defeat that guy. And then once you get Wesker out of the picture, it's pretty much game over. Or Burrows, same thing. You want to seal, revert, you know, tons of ways we can do or Burrows, as well as Bringer Nightmare, same strategy. Spike Die Bomb, revert, basically kills that. Spike Launcher was really actually challenging for a while for my deck, to be honest with you, but it just phased out of the meta, and I was so glad, because Spike Launcher was pretty scary for early meta last season and this season. I've seen a couple players with some really good decks, but Spike Launchers has trouble with other deck archetypes, so then you just stop seeing it. But versus green, man, that instant splash damage is deadly. You just have to out tank them, but it's tough depending on the cards that go along with this, especially the destroy cards. You can just really dominate very late game. Same thing with Transform, late game. So as long as you can get your tank rolling in the early game, Changeform isn't too bad to deal with, but late game, Faith Changeform is tough late game. So you just want to if you see those Faith units, you just want to seal them up and start building up your units. You might want to take some hits to actually keep those weak Faith units on the field. And that's another video I can make up of also, like HP loss. If you can afford it and you have an HP gain, hero art, you can really make up for that in the late game and have really good units and destroy this game plan, because as long as he has 20 HP or higher, then he can't use his hero art. So then you can continue to prep for that change form, and they can't keep doing the hero art back to back like back in the day, which was remember that was crazy. You can just use your hero art, just boom 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 boom, with no cooldown. But they changed that, and yeah, as long as you can stay above ground, and you're fine. Rocket launcher is a meta, but it can be tricky. But you just escape, save a hole, the unit that it's targeting, and you should be fine as long as you have 2 in a row. But if you get 2 in a row, you need a shield answer. So that's usually what I do, is I bait it out so that I don't have to worry about having 2 in a row. So yeah, as long as you don't get 2 in a row of these, you're good. Genesis is not meta, and probably won't be unless there's a specific explore trend going on, so you don't have to really worry about it until you have to worry about it. Antibody, not too bad. You just have to early game, late game, a little bit of a trouble, but you seal up those certain particular units and you should be fine. There are like 3 units you have to really worry about that could cause like Ryu, save a seal for danger for the legendary Ryu, and then you want to save a seal for Nina, but she won't be a problem next season because she'll be gone, thankfully, and then this will actually be in trouble. So I wonder if they're going to give you some more Explorer units to play with. Otherwise, anybody Jill might be in a little bit of trouble, taking a little bit of a nerf. Devil Breaker, I found a good Devil Breaker person. He kicked my ass. Like, he was really good. I gotta find that replay. I think I saved it. I'll play it next time. He was really good. He really snuck me, and I just let him have a win. I could have fought it, but I felt like that was worth. So not do that every once in a while. I'll just let you have it, because I feel like if you earned it and you did something clever, I'll be like, you know what? Checkmate, bro. You got it. So I let him have it. But yeah, there's a couple of good Devil Breaker decks. I don't know how good they do overall, because green just really struggles against black when it comes to certain things. If it's not HP gain, HP gain really gives, and I'm getting to you, you bastard. HP gains gives you a little bit of an advantage to survive against black, but True Power phased out, surprisingly. They actually got a growth unit, a pretty decent growth unit card, I think, this season, but it didn't help. I mean, if you're not playing specific green decks, it's literally 2. I think it's only 2 green decks that are really good. Big green deck phased out for some odd reason, but it could be relevant. But I think the cards from this season really you can kind of work with fighting this big green deck. The True Power, it was very strong at one point, and it just kind of phased out. I don't know. It's not meta right now, but this is meta. Hey Nico was pretty ridiculous. I will say, you would think Ragtime is not that strong, but Ragtime is actually a very good pick. It used to be a very crappy pick, but your damage taken +3, even if you have a 1 attack unit, that's 4 damage, and no damage to that unit hitting. So that's pretty powerful, and mostly everything in this deck can get beyond one attack. And then, of course, Tomboy, even though it's a little random, most times it's in his favor. If not, then he can always attack buff, which that's going to be in almost all the decks. Some kind of shield and attack buff. So yeah, Jabera is a pain in the butt, but now it's not the most wanted card. All these hero arts are very good now. So it's become quite the trend. I've had a lot of struggles with him. I will like clutch it out almost every game. I only win because of HP, honestly. So as his his units go, that's like the key. You got to get rid of the units because then he can't really use too many of. That's one less card he can use, right? And then you just prepare for the other ones. Hulk, who cares if he has no units? Who cares? They'll just sit there. Jabera, 12 damage. So what? I mean, you can shield. One shield unit will mitigate almost all that damage because it's split, right? So if like one of the damage is like 6 damage among them and it's shielded, then that's only 6 more damage spread out. Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes I've seen only like 3 damage come out of this. It's with a shielded unit. It's insane. So if you have that, and really the key to stopping him for green, if you're playing green, is Barry. Even though he had nerfed, if you buff Barry, no splash damage is going to deal with him, was going to hurt, especially with any kind of red unit. So Barry is really still pretty good, even though he was heavily nerfed to himself. If you protect him pretty well, you can survive. Now this little bastard, Raging Demon, I honestly feel like is the number 2, if not number 1 deck right now. The Raging Demon is just a problem, man. It's not as bad as it used to be, but you have to play it very specifically, and because he still has all his cards that make Ascended units good and more Ascended cards to play with, it's very hard. I've seen split deck Raging Demon wreck me. I've regular Raging. The only real way I can outmaneuver Raging Demon is super early game. You have to kind of really have a early game plan, and the number 1 card that will give me the advantage in the early game is the Huntsman, because he's just a pain in the ass to deal with. He's 10, so there's no way nobody can ascend over top. He doesn't have the ascend count to use action cards. So the Huntsman deals with Raging Demon pretty early, but it's just like Akuma in nature, right? You have to prove your strength. So as soon as you get, down to 1 Huntsman, you better protect that guy. Like you better, because he's going to be the target. So then you just rush the other lanes. That's all I do. Is any other way I can rush the lanes that's not a 4-cost unit and just bombard him and make him waste his Raging Demon because you can't combo Raging Demon. So that's the thing. There's very few cards now. Not before, but now it's very few cards that will combo, like destroy a unit and then destroy another unit. So that cheapness is gone. So if you can take advantage of that, then you can continue to outpower him. But it's very slim, and sometimes it's just been down to HP, honestly, because he'll be rushing to trying to get the unit advantage, and so will I, and then he'll forget about HP. So it's very close, if not almost always in his favor for green. Anyway, enough rambling about how I'm getting wrecked. This is like the Shinku Hadouken for units. You can just put this with anything, literally anything, and be successful because of this guy. So 1 cost to kill a 6-cost unit is absolutely insane. I wonder when they're going to nerf that. It should at least be 2 costs. I don't know. 3 costs maybe. I don't know. It's pretty insane. Maybe just 5 or less. That would really. It could be 1 cost, but just 5 or less. I'm good with that. That would be a fair nerf. But they won't do it. They just won't. Maybe they just make the cost higher, but that'll just nerf it to hell. Come on, we're not even going to talk about Makuha. That's like 2nd worst. 3rd worst, maybe. Then we got Tenkuha. That has some pretty decent success. But now we get to our boy, Shield Spire. Whenever you see Shield Spire, you're going to see Alligator. So Alligator's going to be the guy. And then we got Core Orchestra here. That is pretty decent for Faith. And then we've got Plunder Blade, which is pretty You know how Plunder Blade goes, pretty crappy. Then we got Great Divine Intervention. That's nerfed, so you don't have to worry about that. Thunder Edge is very gimmicky. It's not terrible, but it's just not really any units for red that, and split decks are not supported, so it's just phased out. Now this is actually pretty powerful. Celestial Envoy's Miracle is pretty good. It's a very late game strategy because you have to sacrifice not having any hero arts, and this is expensive. So you have to have really good deck construction to pull that off. And you can just counter that with, just, outpowering it in the beginning, basically. Dancing Dead is gone. That phased out for some reason. I don't think the spirits are strong enough now for black. For red, it's coming around to its own, but not so much for black. DWP will always be the black's version of Shinku. So it's still a solid deck, but people are starting to find strategies around those 4 cards. And it's not as strong as it used to be. So it's a little lower. I still have a little bit of problem with this deck, but you have to have very specific cards as they use very specific cards. Number one, like the destroy cards, like the 5 cost and above, you just have to have strategies for those. So, yeah. Dark Invitation. I have not had problems with Dark Invitation, honestly. You just have to, the thing about Dark Invitation is, right, they look to try to do a 2-in-1. If you take that 2-in-1 away, it's just a fake old, Wesker with a condition. So you can really just abuse her by just rushing and getting rid of her options with seal. So that's why I have no problem. I just know what they're trying to do. As soon as they drop a unit, just seal it, basically, because half the deck is based off of her having a unit on the field. So as long as you're having the units on the field, you are Gucci. Blackout's actually solid, but it's still not enough. It's not enough destroys, and any more adjustments to this hero art can make it cheap. So they have to keep it where it is. And the units that back up this deck, not there yet. And especially when you could just play Breakaway and get things on the field for free. Breakaway is pretty damn ridiculous, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It is utterly ridiculous. Like, literally, that one annoying unit, I can almost guarantee is going to have a nerf when we get around to it, where, that Nersala, oh my god, I can promise you that unit is going to get smacked, because it's ridiculous. It's just dropping on the field, has enough health and attack, and why do they keep putting combo on every damn thing? Why? Just stop. So, just stop it. Mirage Decoy, it's a joke. You can literally just joke that card. So yeah, that's my strategy for everything. I wanted to really lay that out, and also for the naysayers of Hodor, because Hodor is solid, man. Hodor is solid. It has an option for everything, and that's why this deck works, and that's why all top decks work. You have to have options to cover every single one of your weaknesses, and if you have weaknesses, you better not have it more than one deck that can crush you. And I only have 2, so that's why I knew this was going to be a meta deck. There's not too many of them that I call. Back in the day, I used to have such decks where they were questionable because they were split decks. But now the split decks are gone. It's forced me to really play monocolor. So, yeah, I've been working on it, man. This is going to be exactly what I thought, see? So now they're going to make me fight my rival. And who's my rival? My exact same color. So there you go. Every 4 or 5 matches, that's the pattern. And I'm probably going to get another one next match. I need to actually switch this, and it's going to be scary. Okay, great. This is a better combination. So which hard tank are we dealing with? I feel like it's the fake version of my deck. It's not the Hodor. It's going to be the one that has that Storm Eagle guy. And we can deal with him. So the strategy is to drop Nebulsnarf somewhere and hope that I get another Yawn. So I'm going to drop it. And it is, whoa, now that's interesting. Wow. Alright, so we'll see where this goes. Oh, you got Seal. Okay. So then we're going to just buff that unit. He's only 4 attack because of Nebel. And it's okay. So we're just going to, wow, the wrong unit. I knew that was going to happen. Alright, so we're going to take a chance. I'm gonna have to seal him up because he's gonna be a problem. There we go. So you can shield him out. I don't care. All right, cool. All right, so now we both have 5-3s, so we are looking good. I don't have to worry about him reducing Mega Man, because if he does, it's not a huge deal for me. I would love to be a part of that other thing here. I'm waiting. I'm gonna get slapped. It's okay. It's not okay to get slapped, people. Don't take that line down. I wish I could hurt him. This is gonna hurt. I'm gonna take that hit for now, because I'll still do 5 damage to him. That was not a good trade. Alright. So we gotta get back to square one.
Critical damage. Only hurt yourself.
We gotta see what his next move is gonna be. I might have to revert him, but I'm gonna wait. I'm actually take a hit. Again, sometimes when you know you gotta take a hit, you have to stop their current strategy. See? Now look, my other card supported that. So now I'll do this and get a card reduction in a minute. See, what he was trying to do was do a combo. He's waiting for me to use my, because I'm behind. So, you know, he's just waiting. And that's fine. That's all I need to do, is allow him to let me slowly climb back up in value. And so I'm climbing back up in value and trying to get trades off so I can get my MP back. I'm gonna have to do that, which is unfortunate. So again, I'm looking for value here, so I need him to use a card, because I don't want to have to use my own cards. It's coming. He's going to use one. Oh, he didn't. Wow. Return value. That's fine. That's okay. So I didn't get what I wanted, but enough trade. Wow. He came back in the same spot. Jerk. Hopefully he tries to shield, because I'm in trouble. He didn't. Wow. This guy's really good. He's really not trying to let me come back. What's going to hit him? He took the hit. This guy's amazing. This guy is really good. I wanted to do the other guy, but I wanted to have a little bit more insurance. Wow. That is crazy. This guy's very careful. Very careful. He's down there in the trenches with me too now. So I'm going to get my value in a second. Wow. I think I'm going to go for just the drop, honestly. I'm waiting to see what unit he drops in front. He's waiting too. Unreal. This is totally unreal. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's all I was waiting for. And he's going to do the same thing. Wow. This is crazy. If only I had my card that I need. It's going to be a trade. Oh, no, it's not. That's right. He has his hair. This guy's really good. I will give you credit. Credit where it's due, bro. This is going to be tight. I'm going to take another hit, and then I'm going to have to come out of pocket. Hopefully you give me something to work with. See, his MP's down too now. He did not. Unreal. Unfreaking real. This is a good match, man. This is a good match. Look at this crap. Look at this. Okay, he put down a non-relevant card. Finally. I was like, when are you going to have any value taken away, you know? That's going to be a trade, I believe, 3-6, yep. Okay, that is not going to be a trade. I'm going to pull him out for free and get my health up and take a little bit of a hit. I seal him so I can get a regular little pattern. Uh-oh. Smart. Very smart. So I lose that. What's the play here? I'm not going to worry about that 3. I am going to worry about this. And hopefully he does not have a seal. I could take another 3 unless he drops up in the bottom lane. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, he did. Oh, he did. Amazing. That is just, wow. What a match. Now, that's a way to lose some points right there. I don't think I'll lose too much. 16 points, you bastard. You beautiful bastard. That was a really good match. I'm going to friend that guy. That was really good. Which one was he? That was really good. Yeah, that was an amazing match. Shout outs to that. RDX GGF. Alright. Yeah, GG's, bro. I'm gonna add you. That was really good. Hit up in the comments if you like that match, man. Come on, bro. Whew, that was stressful. So, I'll stop that. And then I'll friend that guy. I'll friend the hell out of him. Where is he? Recent. There we go. Hopefully he replies. Mad props to that. Alright, cool. So, if I'm right again, I will get another rival battle, and it will be Akuma. Or, it's not going to be my same color, because that's too close, see? So the matchmaker's like, oh, okay, we got you. So now we're going to really drop you down. What'd I tell you? Break away. Didn't I tell you? And then it's also low enough for me to really lose some points. Oh, but look what I got. Look who I got. So I have about a 60% chance to win this. Go ahead and use a card. You know you want to. Turd. Alright. Come on. Feel my Ryatsu. Feel it! Come on. Feel it. I knew you actually waited. That's interesting because they always play that card just whatever. So she must have tons of reduction cards in her arsenal, and I have one. I just need to get to 2 MP to get it. She's rotating. Come on, yeah, I'm safe. That's fine. As long as I have something I can build my my foundation on, I'm good. So what I did learn was you gotta have 2 or more to get that 1 attack for that card. So that sucks. So look, get slapped. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's a human, so. That's just rude, man. That's just straight rude. Human, beast monster, there we go. So we're just gonna power him up. That's fine. I hope you get rid of him or whatever you want to do. And yeah, that's what we do. So we do out in this camp. That's how we treat these Mamajanos. This is what we want to do now. Since it's too close for her to do anything about it, she's swinging for the fences right now. Believe it or not, and I'm at the disadvantage of MP. That's why it does not matter. It does not matter, guys. It doesn't, because all those cards she has is not enough to do anything about it. So at least I might put my foot in my mouth. Whoa! I hate giving her MP, but she's got tons of MP already, so that doesn't really matter. Dag, it's enough, so I'm going to get reduced like crazy. But it's okay. I'm still collecting MP. She has no units to use the breakaway on, So I'm looking pretty okay. I'm going to get MP from here. And she's going to break away and hopefully middle lane. Hopefully not same lane. Hopefully not same lane. Okay, great. See? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. See? You can beat your counter deck. You can beat the matchmaking. Totally possible. 2 great matches. I was thinking the points that I've gotten. I've gotten used to the points that they take away and add to. Yeah, 2 good matches. I went up by 2 points overall. So I'm looking pretty healthy at 300. I want to slowly climb up. I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. I just want to hit 100 and just be very satisfied. So in the ranking, that as of right now is 2210. I can get up there. I really can. It's not hard. It's hard. It's hard as hell. All right, guys, that's it. I need to report in to the lady, and then I'm gonna have some more content for you pretty soon. As soon as we get anything regarding, which I don't see any buffs or nerfs yet. I think that comes next week. Yeah, not yet. That popular decks really did try to, because as soon as that went out, you saw all kind of everything matching what it said, and then it slowly went back to the meta. So whatever. But yeah, my birthday is tomorrow too, guys. So wish me happy birthday in the comments. And yeah, if you want to give me anything, give me a subscription, like and subscribe. Do that. Yeah. So yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a very prosperous and happy week as it goes. And I will see you. I might post some birthday crap tomorrow, so who knows? But I will see you guys the next time. Later.